Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Heel Turn Live pre-show, our special show live where we do the actual Heel Turn podcast. I'm your host, Owen. With me this week is Patreon subscriber, Oscar.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going well. I'm shocked you've let me anywhere near this show again.
You subscribed to the show, so one of the tier things that you have is to be on the pre-show. So whether I like it or not, I have to invite you on.
And also, whether you like it or not, there's the other tier I now subscribe to. But that's more of a John problem.
Well, you need to poke John to get that up because that's on him. That's not me. That's on him.
Yeah.
Whenever it's ready, I will build something on the website so it can go up for people who are into that sort of thing.
Hell yes.
So stay tuned to the website, ProWrestling.Cool. But Oscar, how's it going?
It's going well.
Playing WWE 2K18?
I actually was in the middle of playing some WWE 2K18 when you invited me to be on the pre-show.
How is your career going?
I have stopped playing the My Career mode.
What? But that's where all the weird bullshit is.
So I'll tell you the one reason why I've stopped playing the My Career mode is,
and that's bad.
Nope. But I can live with a bad wrestling game. I'm playing WWE 2K18. The big reason why I stopped is because when your character is walking from one show to another in the backstage area, he walks really slow.
And I can't believe it. Also, Core in the chat just says delete over and over and over again.
Oh, is he woken?
Oh, he is very woken. Because here's the thing. We were playing a video game earlier today, me and Core. We were playing a Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And you should play Destiny because the first expansion, pretty much the boss is woken Matt Hardy.
All right.
Because he's kind of like off kilter and he yells about sentencing you to deletion, which is a very real thing that it says, and it's talking about things being woken, and it's crazy.
So what you're saying is they're going to be sued by Anthem?
No, they're not, because I believe Matt Hardy wrote this game. Because it's brilliant. But for real, you should play some Destiny with us sometime. It's really fun. And the stuff they added in the expansion is pretty good.
I like Destiny.
Yeah, find some time to play with us. We're dying to play with you, my man.
I like working.
Well, you should find ways to do both.
Destiny came out in the month between when I was collecting my workers' comp for being injured at my last job and fired from my current job.
Wait, you got fired from your current job?
No, fired from my then current job.
Okay, you scared me for a second. Like, it's not good.
No, I'm still doing well in this new job.
Good. Well, you should find a way to flex your schedule so you're able to get some in there, because that game is real good with the shooty shoots.
Yeah.
It's more fun when you do it with friends.
I know.
So, off the video games, let's talk about wrestling, because this is a wrestling show. Did you watch the Matt Hardy segment on Raw?
I watched a bit of it on YouTube and
That's good enough.
The first thing I saw of it was Bray Wyatt, which almost made me turn it off.
No, but this is brilliant. It's just what we want. We've wanted Matt Hardy against Bray Wyatt.
Have we?
Do you not remember when they were doing Total Nonstop Deletion a year ago?
Yeah.
And Matt Hardy on Twitter said he invites the Wyatts to the Hardy compound. We deleted.
But also, do you remember that was also the point in time where Bray Wyatt wasn't a 100% momentum killer for anyone?
No, he still was at that point.
I think that maybe
that was what he was with Randy Orton. Come on.
And that was moderately interesting.
Bray Wyatt.
It was The Randy Orton feud is literally the most interesting Bray Wyatt has been since I started.
Did you
watching
watch that
wrestling.
WrestleMania match? Did you watch the House of Horrors?
Okay, I will give you the WrestleMania match, but you don't shit talk my House of Horrors.
Your House of Horrors? You invented it? I knew why it was so garbage. Damn it. Oscar has a magical pen that he writes things into his WWE 2K game story bullshit, and now it's manifested into reality.
No. My 2K story bullshit involves me becoming the owner of WWE.
I have an important question. In 2K18, can you drop a fridge on Randy Orton?
No.
2K19, here we go.
I mean, 2K19 better have that Punjabi prison in it.
I mean, they did bring it back. I saw it in person.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not fully convinced that we won't see a Punjabi prison at the Royal Rumble. Because
I mean, if
it's very
if
big, why would they move it out of the city? It's already here.
Yes, it's Philadelphia's problem now.
A lot of things are Philadelphia's problem, to be fair.
Just stick the love statue in the Punjabi prison and have it as an ode to like bad decisions made in Philadelphia.
Do you understand how immovable that statue is?
It's a dumb sculpture.
Well, excuse me, dumb sculpture? It's about love, man.
No, it says love.
Yeah, it's about...
And the O is crooked.
Yeah. It's
you have a statue with a crooked O and a bell with a crack in it. Philadelphia is the place of things that can't get things right.
Hey, guess what, Oscar? You're suddenly uninvited to Philadelphia. Weird.
Oh, cool. I'm not going to pay you for those tickets then.
It's weird. You're not going to go to those shows then.
Well, if I'm not allowed in your city, I'm not paying you for the tickets.
Oh no, you already paid for some of them.
True. Have fun trying to flog that Raw ticket to someone.
Oh no, I'm not even gonna go. I'm just gonna go to the bar across the street.
Yeah.
Why would I sit through 3 hours of Raw? That's a stupid thing.
Yeah. I mean, if there was a separate 205 live show in Philadelphia, I would have made us go to it.
Hell no. Like, you can go. I'm gonna go home. I'm not even going to the 205 live that's attached to SmackDown.
I might stay for that to see Drew Gulak.
Okay, if they announce Drew Gulak's gonna wrestle, then I may stay for his part and then leave.
All right, but here's the caveat: Drew Gulak in the main event.
That's never gonna happen. You're insane.
He's literally in a main event storyline on 205.
For now, he's not gonna be there for long.
But it's in Philadelphia, so we'll get to see Drew Gulak lose in his hometown.
Hey, they've had shows in Philadelphia where Gulak was not on at all. So
yeah, I mean, if Noam Dar is on 205, I'm staying for it.
Okay, well, I'll meet you back at my house afterward, because this will be the tail end of 5 straight nights of wrestling, and I may not have anything left in me.
So what you're saying is that if they announce Impact tapings on Wednesday...
You go fuck yourself if that happens. You couldn't pay me. Like some of the people in Florida are getting paid to. You couldn't pay me to go to an Impact taping.
If I wasn't an ACTRA member, I would have legitimately signed up to get paid to go see Impact.
Monster.
I didn't do it this year, but last year I paid money for Bound for Glory.
Yeah, you also bought 2K18. I understand you have problems with money.
And I regret Bound for Glory a hell of a lot more than I regret 2K18.
Yeah, because you can create your own disasters in 2K18. Yeah. It's kind of like an unstoppable train wreck on the pay-per-view.
I mean, Bound for Glory last year had Delete or Decay. That was good.
Yeah, and I watched it on YouTube. It was better because it was free.
And I got to see Aaron Rex win the Impact Grand Championship.
Get the fuck out of here. With this Aaron Rex bullshit. Come on, man.
Remember Aaron Rex? Is he still a thing?
No, he's like done with wrestling now.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That's a shame. I was kind of into his Liberace gimmick.
Yeah, he didn't resign with TNA or Impact Wrestling now, I guess, and then he just said, "Yeah, I'm done with wrestling for now."
So is Impact actually relocated permanently to Canada, or was that just like a week?
They're not permanently Canada, they're still like in Florida.
I thought they were like moving to become a Canadian promotion.
Ask me how much I know about Impact.
You're the wrestling guy.
Yeah, I kind of have problems with the Anthem at the moment, so I don't have any information on them because my friends who worked for them are no longer employed.
Fair. I won't push that one.
Yeah, so it's a rough subject. Not a fan of Impact. Like there's some news today about changes in ownership. I'm not going to bring that up on the podcast because who cares?
But what if they can use Don Callis to rebuild the bridge to New Japan Pro Wrestling?
I mean, Ring of Honor already has that bridge.
Yeah, but what if it's on...
Impact has a bridge with AAA, and that's a terrible idea.
But what if we get like the Okada sexy star match that we all wanted?
Nobody wants that now. What is wrong with you? No. Sexy star should not be employed by anyone. Make sure you
with Vince Russo booking it.
No, make sure you tune into our worst of 2017 episode. Sexy star will be mentioned quite a lot. If you don't know, Oscar, the last 2 weeks of the year are our best of and worst of awards.
I may have been aware of this.
So we will be starting to put those episodes together after Clash of Champions because that's our cutoff. Our cutoff for the year is always the last pay-per-view of the year. So
is my episode gonna win worst of the year?
We don't give awards to the show. We give awards to the other wrestling. But if there was an award, I would give you a special trophy.
I want a special trophy for worst guest of the year.
It's just a statue of me giving you the double middle fingers.
Perfect. Present it to me in person in January.
All right, I'll see how cheap those are to make. I bet you they aren't.
Well, at least present me with like a certificate that says latest guest of the year.
I'm gonna grab a piece of printer paper and in Sharpie, I'm just gonna write "fuck you, Oscar" and then hand it to you.
Perfect. What do you want me to bring you as a souvenir?
Nothing.
Okay.
I want nothing to do with Toronto.
It doesn't have to say Toronto.
Poutine. You can't bring poutine.
I've got a can of maple syrup.
I don't think you can carry like that much fluid on a plane.
I brought it to England with me.
America's fucked up.
It's not just a can of maple syrup, though. It's a can of Bernard maple syrup.
Wait, what?
There's a can of maple syrup that the brand name is Bernard.
Oh, I thought it was actually yours. Like you went and like made the maple syrup yourself. I'd be like, yeah, I want that.
No, it's just a can that's the same as my last name. So obviously, I have like 20 cans of it.
Oh my god!
I'll bring you some maple syrup.
Bring me the good shit, not just the one with your name. Bring me the best Canadian maple syrup you got.
Sounds good. We'll have a maple syrup soaked cheesesteak.
Oh my god, that's
the ultimate as the ultimate cultural hand holding moment.
Dude, I don't even like when people put ketchup on cheesesteak. I like punch them in the face for that. Like, no.
I mean, make no bones about it. I think a maple syrup soaked cheesesteak sounds like a terrible idea.
Thank God, because that's I can't even imagine. Like I said, I don't want anything on my cheesesteak. I just want cheese and steak and onion. No peppers, no ketchup, no mayonnaise, none of that bullshit.
No peppers? I thought peppers was like a standard part of a Philadelphia cheesesteak.
No, see, that's the thing. People keep thinking that, but it's just cheese, steak, and onion.
No.
People, because all the people who say, the brands like the global or the national brands are like, oh, the Philly cheesesteak sandwich or a Philly cheesesteak a pizza or something. They put peppers on. It's like, no, peppers aren't standard. That's just weird. I'll take care of you in January, and for people who tune into the live streams, we may try to arrange some special live streams that week. where we talk, where I somehow have you in person. We talk about the live experience of Royal
I don't know.
Rumble
Can't we
weekend.
just periscope the Royal Rumble weekend?
I mean, I've done some of that, but I think it'd be easier since I have my whole setup that we can do live Twitch streams and
I
YouTube.
mean, we're going to House of Hardcore. We're gonna be on a live Twitch stream.
That's true.
Yeah.
We got time. We'll figure out some plans. There'll be some coverage. I'll have Oscar here. It's a huge mistake, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. And don't worry, I've been promised that I will not be allowed to be on an episode of Heel Turn again.
Technically, it will not be called Heel Turn when you're on, so that's fine.
Will it be a face turn? Because that's like
No, because
the
you're on the
ultimate
moose heel. You're on the moose heel. There's no turning.
But I'm so heel. I warp back around to being face.
That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works.
Because my wrestling character in 2K18, he keeps turning heel. He just he starts off as a heel, and then by the end of it, he's like the ultimate heel.
God, why don't you stream this shit?
One day I plan to.
I want to be on commentary, and you and I can do live commentary for the matches.
Sounds good. Who's the Jim Ross?
I guess I'm gonna be the straight man, since you're just an agent of chaos.
So does that make me the Jerry Lawler?
I think more so it'd be like I'm like Tom Phillips, and you're like Corey Graves.
Or am I like the Mike Adamle?
You're like Booker T, actually.
Okay, I could be the Booker T.
God.
Fun fact, part of my wrestling story involves my family as commentators for a pay-per-view.
Of course it does.
Because we do the NWO sold out thing.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Why am I even surprised by this? Of course you do.
But it's not as bad as NWO sold out though, because before the show, my mother is basically like, "You have to undo all the bullshit you've done and stop screwing your friend over."
Oh my God, you got your mother involved in this?
Yes, because she's the most natural good guy person I know.
My God. My God.
It goes deep.
Yeah, apparently.
Too deep. Arguably.
Too sweet.
That's a copyrighted, trademarked term.
And?
We cannot say anything relating to that term without express written permission from World Wrestling Entertainment.
I have written permission from World Wrestling Entertainment, thank you. I make sure I go through all the legal means.
Okay, go ahead. Then too sweet all you want.
Too sweet me.
I am doing it. My video's not on, but I am legitimately too sweeting the camera.
Fantastic. All right, Oscar. Do you have any last things you want to talk about? Did you watch SmackDown? If you did, go quickly because we're running out of time.
Survivor Series killed my will to watch most professional wrestling, and
come on, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are great.
Last week SmackDown last night is the first time I've watched wrestling since Survivor Series.
That Danny Bryan shit's really interesting.
I did watch NXT though. That tag match between British Strong Style and Dunn and Andrews. Yeah, last week.
Because this week the main event was straight fire and maybe a late entry into match of the year.
What was it?
It was Cashizona versus Johnny Gargano.
Oh, I've heard about that match being real good.
Shit, dude, that match is really good. Me and John will be talking about it on Heel Turn in a few minutes when we get on the air.
Yeah, and Survivor Series did not kill my will to watch NXT. It just killed my will to watch.
I'm glad you didn't kill your will to watch NXT because you and I have ringside tickets to NXT TakeOver Philadelphia.
Yeah, we do. Man. And I still want to like wrestling. Triple H putting himself over.
Do you mind if I message you what the main event of that pay-per-view is going to be since it's a spoiler?
Sure, go ahead.
I don't want to tell the folks at home in case they don't want to know. But it's for the NXT Championship.
Will it feature one of the hottest free agents in sports entertainment?
What? Who's that?
Whoever the latest indie star to sit front row at the last takeover
No,
was.
the NXT title match is amazing. There, I
Oh
just
shit!
yeah, dude, that match is gonna be
Oh,
straight fire.
that seems good.
The Philadelphia crowd's gonna be extremely hot for this.
As Philadelphia crowds usually are.
Oh yeah, dude, you're gonna have a great time. The crowd's gonna be so good for the first 2 nights, and
If
then
there's
half
one
decent for
thing
the
I'm
last two.
happy about, it's that all the live wrestling I'm gonna go see is in smarky towns with hot crowds.
The smarkiest of town.
Like,
Philadelphia is the greatest wrestling city in the world.
I would say arguably Toronto is a smarkier crowd.
Fine, you may be smarkier, but we're a more we're crowd.
I mean, we're the reason the 10 chants exist.
No, that's not true at all, dude. Did you not? Did you not hear the story behind that? Because when before Battleground, they had an interview with Ty Dillinger where he explained where the 10 chant started. You
Are we
know,
talking the 10 chants of like every single count being for 10?
no, I mean the actual start of the 10 chant as a thing at all.
Oh no, I'm talking about the 10 chants like on the scale of the what chant.
That's see, you guys ruined it. See, we invented the actual 10 chant because it happened at an NXT house show at the Tower Theater in Philadelphia, and I was at that show as one of the people that started that 10 chant because that was before he was on television.
Yeah, we overblew the 10 chant,
Yeah, you
and I'm
see
so proud of that.
Philadelphia made the 10 chant. Toronto killed it.
I love what we did with the 10
I
chant, and
don't. You're a monster.
I don't know why. I don't know why people hate that chant. It's
Philadelphia
so
made something
good.
good for once, and you had to go and kill it.
It's so good.
Goddamn Canada, always ruining wrestling things.
We're Bizarro Land.
Sure are. Well, let's wrap that up for the heel turn pre-show. Oscar, where can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter at Osaga the Great, Twitch TV/Osaga the Great. I've started making plans for my extra life for next year, which is probably when I'll stream again.
That's exciting.
I'm playing 24 hours of Euro Truck Simulator.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
because I want to play a lot of trucking, and I want to buy a driving chair and a Track IR.
Mm-hmm.
And listen to European internet radio.
That's great.
And I want to get a real CB radio and talk to actual truckers that will hate me.
All right, I may have to tune in for that. Oscar, thank you for being on the show. We will.
Thanks for having me.
I'll chat with you at some point. I'll probably see you in the chat during a heel turn proper.
I'm probably gonna go to bed. I'm gonna listen to it studio.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna listen to it recorded later.
Okay,
Probably.
I mean you could just put it on your phone and like lie down.
You caught me literally as I was about to go to sleep.
All right, well, let me know. Hopefully, it's a good show when you wake up in the morning.
I hope it's a good show.
All right.
I hope it stays on the rails.
It won't.
And that no one utters the phrase "Carmella is the Chris Benoit of the women's division."
No, why'd you do it again? Oh, we're getting out of here. Goodbye, everybody.
Because this isn't recorded.
Ah! No, it needs a 6-digit code for my phone! Whatever, Scott has a long preamble. I'll be able to get it in time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Heel Turn, our live weekly wrestling show, and the official podcast of ProWrestling.Cool.
God damn it, my phone still isn't on!
We are here to talk about this past week in the WWE, which means we're talking about Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT, and of course, we are getting ever so closer to a very meh Clash of Champions.
Owen, you're burying the lead! HQ is about to happen and we need to play it!
Alright, let's quickly get through this introduction. I'm Owen, joined as always by John.
And we're joined as always by everybody out there on the internet. Isn't that cool?
It's that cool.
We are streaming live over at Mixlr.com. No, we're not streaming at Mixlr.com/Zonecast. That's a thing that doesn't work on your computer anymore.
Nope.
But guess what does work on your computer, Owen?
Twitch.
Twitch.tv/OzoneOnline. Also somewhere on YouTube, apparently. But hey, watch it on Twitch because we got a chat that's not filled with racists.
It's said full of delete.
That's fine. It should be filled with delete. And we're also playing a video game right now, so, you know, it works.
Yeah, I've got the sound. I will have the sound on, John. Do not have yours or else it'll be echoey and bad.
But I need to hear Scott!
You can hear me! Hear it over me! Anyway, starting under a minute. Apparently, they're doing HQ right now, so...
They're a half hour late?
So we'll see if it actually works.
It's the game that's sweeping across the nation, Owen.
It's a phone trivia game where you win actual money, so... I mean, Giant Bomb did it on their podcast, so... It's apparently a cool thing to do, so let's do it.
Did you hear that they announced the release date of the Android edition?
When? Next year?
Christmas Day?
Ooh, wow. Alright, here we go. So we're gonna do this, and then I'm
gonna be honest. This is actually my favorite part of HQ.
Yeah. By the way, John, this is our preamble for the show. We're not doing anything else. We're gonna go into the news after this.
I haven't done anything else but fucking play HQ and try and deal with my apartment in shambles and the fact that I have no money because I can't find someone to live with me.
Well, you can win money
That's
right now.
That's oversharing, but whatever.
Win money right now.
Exactly. Scott has a hammer!
Oh my god, he's got a hammer. It's lagging.
It is lagging so hard. I'm going to bring it back to wrestling here, Owen.
What's up? Oh, here we go.
Every time I see Scott, I think of Sami Zayn.
Away.
Good evening. HQ Jackman's, HQ Hefner's, HQ Grant's, HQ...
Do you just call us HQ Hefner's?
Yep.
That's... I don't like that.
Me either.
It is still Wednesday, my...
It's still Wednesday, apparently.
December 6th.
Alright, referencing the Humpty Dance off the bat. I like it.
This is such a dumb idea we're doing.
This is the worst idea we're doing, but I'm into it. We can talk about wrestling news while we do it.
No, we gotta focus, because we're gonna get after like a few questions anyway.
Shout out to those playing Down Under, where it's like afternoon tomorrow. What's the future like, Australia?
The future, man.
Should I wear shades?
The future sucks!
Shout out to all 290,000 plus of you, including Jesse, Brett, Jocelyn, Keita, celebrating her 21st
Heel turn?
birthday. So many exciting timers.
One day he'll say Abby from Brooklyn. One day.
Is this your first time?
He was on Waypoint, and he's aware of Abby from Brooklyn.
Is he?
Yes, and he said, yes, I know Abby from Brooklyn says hi. We should get Scott on this show. Talk about wrestling.
10 seconds.
Sure.
I mean, technically we have him on the show right now.
And like I said, that prize is $1,000. 1,000 doorknobs, 1,000 dolomites. That's a lot of lucre. You could buy a couple of chocolate and open your own Golden Corral with that kind of cash. Why do I have buffets?
I don't think I can, actually, buy a Golden Corral franchise with $1,000.
Yeah, I don't think so.
With lamb vindaloo and sag paneer. All I'll say is, this is one of those nights that you'll be glad you're not
Damn,
in the
Scott,
room with me.
you're making me hungry.
Apologies for producer
Fake Sami Zayn.
Is your phone charged?
Is this what Sami Zayn's going to be doing when he gets fired by Shane
Yes.
for stupid storyline reasons?
This is Sammy.
Don't neglect your plants. Folks, we're about to do this for real, for real.
For real.
We're gonna have
For
ourselves
real,
a
for
time.
real.
On the podcast, let's go.
Nitty gritty. Let's get this show on the road. Numero. No. What do you call the low area of land between two hills or mountains?
Valley.
Valley? Evil lair?
I mean, come on, it's clearly an evil lair.
I mean, you can pick it.
That low area of land between
I can't wait to see how many people pick Peninsula.
your hills.
It's the best. It's the best part about HQ.
Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low.
No, why is it lagging for me?
Your peaks and valleys. Valley
But whatever.
is the answer. How green
2,142
will your
people
valley
think it's a...
be? If you got this one right,
Okay,
219,000
those 779 people that picked Evil Lair,
Are evil.
did they just not know, or...
Hey, I've picked wrong answers on purpose before.
We have 219,808 Valley girls and boys.
What
walking
was that?
through the valley of the
It
shadow
was
of death to
which
Q2. What are the Arctic monkeys?
multi-sport city does not have an
Punishing
NHL
freezing
team? I
cold
picked
macaques
Toronto because
or
fuck the Maple
penguins with
Leafs.
fingers.
Uh,
Arctic.
Gee, I wonder, what are the Arctic Monkeys, Owen?
British indie rock band, obviously.
Are they penguins with fingers?
They're obviously penguins with fingers.
Penguins with fingers is really good, actually.
You should have picked that.
No, because I know what they are!
What if I told you that they crashed onto the music scene in the mid-aughts with shocking accents?
I mean,
and
if the penguin has
grinding
fingers, he can play
guitars?
guitar.
They should have more songs in Rock Band than Are You Mine.
Like talking about
John,
looking good on the dance
A
floor.
lot of people said they were penguins with fingers.
I'm just saying, John, penguins with fingers can play guitars.
202,226 fluorescent adolescents. Rocking and rolling.
See what you
over
did
to
there.
Q3.
Uh-huh. Here we go.
There was an LCD sound system question earlier today.
Brown
Hold on.
fox jump in the famous typist's test phrase, the giant lion,
Lazy dog.
the lazy dog, or the pink elephant.
Duh.
I think it's gotta be the pink elephant.
The quick brown fox.
Lazy dog.
Oh, wait, this fox is jumping. Likes to jump.
Likes to jump.
Hey, Owen, what does the fox say?
It jumps over.
The
The lazy
It says, I'm Scott, and welcome to HQ. This is a big video game where money's and
We have
money.
178,987 players familiar with typing class. It's a
Typing
pangram.
class.
What's a pangram? It's a phrase containing
Yes,
multiple
I'm
words
aware of
beyond
lorem
that.
ipsum,
Used for typing
sir.
practice and font
Yep.
displays.
Font
Hey-o,
displays.
178,987 players definitely
We're
jumped
still
on
in
that
this,
question.
by the way.
We got some
We
food
are.
boxes in the game. They're on Q4. Which of these ingredients is not typically used in making sourdough bread?
What is it?
Milk, flour, or salt?
I'm gonna say it's milk.
I'm gonna say milk
Bakers
as
in the
well.
game tonight. Bakers, shout out to the bakers. Baker's dozen.
You use salt and everything. If you don't add salt in your cooking,
Yep.
it's bland and you fucked up.
Well, it's made with flour, water, salt, and a natural.
Yeah,
bacteria
we got it
called
right.
lactobacillus.
Woo!
That's
Goddamn
why
right.
it's sour.
I made
Milk
banana bread recently, and banana bread does not have milk. So I bought a gallon of milk and had no reason to use it because I don't typically drink
They're
milk.
smart. We got some
Whoops.
smarties in the game tonight.
We're smart.
We lost 60,000 of you, however.
Savage!
That's not savage.
60,000
No, I
HPs
know.
no longer
I've seen
with
some
us.
savage questions in my
Okay.
day, sir.
Salty after that one.
Salty.
The rest of you want that bread. You want
Yeah,
that dough.
let's get the
Q5,
here we
you're
go.
closer to it. What TV cartoon features the characters Master Shake,
Aqua
Fry
Teen
Luck,
Hunger Force.
Cold
Duh.
pizza.
Cold Pizza, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
What is
are
cold
on
pizza?
I don't think cold pizza's a thing!
I would believe Adult Swim would have something called cold pizza.
Frylock, Eat Wild,
Man. Also, I completely forgot Drawn Together existed.
Shake Zula,
Yep.
the Mike Rula, the old schooler. Eat Wild, make the money, see? Eat Wild, get the honey.
Just please don't sing the theme song.
This is very good. I like this. I like this a lot.
92,781. Our number one in the hood, G. Shout out to Dave
All right.
Willis and Matt Malero, the creators of Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Who are not
Giving
watching
so many
us.
years and so many great episodes of laughs, spelled L-A.
Also, Core says that the
seen
fox
pretty-
says
Moving on
delete.
to Q6, the halfway point. What does
Yeah, fair.
S in
Have you ever seen,
Hold
oh
on.
god, what's it? Oh.
subscriber, standard, or service?
Service, maybe?
SIM card.
I
I'll
don't
go
know.
with service. I thought it was standard, but whatever. I don't
It
know.
might be subscriber, though.
S in Sim. It's not Sim City. It's not SimAnt. Sim. Subscriber identity module.
Fuck you, it's
technology that tells a service
We lost.
that you're on a
Fuck.
unique device.
All right,
Subscribe
well,
to their plan.
fuck you,
SIM card.
Scott.
I got 5.
Savage question.
Savage question.
Yeah, you said it!
Savage.
Savage.
And we're out.
All right, I'm done. All right, let's talk about wrestling news, I guess.
Yep. All right. That's our beginning part of the
That
show
happened.
where we play
That's-
HQ and we all lose. So let's go into wrestling news. Hey, John.
Hey, Owen, here's some news. They've released Puzzle Fighter.
That's not wrestling news.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Puzzle Fighter's bad. Don't. It's got microtransactions.
Everything has microtransactions now.
Even Animal Crossing, I know.
Have you ever met my friend, Michael Transactions?
Nope, he's not a friend of mine. Except I did put money into Animal Crossing because it's Animal
Yeah,
Crossing.
that's I was about to say. That is not what I've heard, sir.
Tom Nook drove a hard bargain. I can't
Tom
help
Nook's a
it.
bad man.
He is a bad man. But John, let's get into wrestling news. The first bit of news we got is that did you know that next week on the USA Network is WWE week?
I did, in fact, know this.
Mm-hmm. And did you know that it'll be 4 straight nights of WWE action, and then some
Say
movie on
what?
some movie on Saturday with The Rock? I don't know.
That is Journey 2, the sequel to that movie with Brendan Fraser for some reason.
Yeah.
Why are they doing that?
Because The Rock, I don't know. They have the rights to it. I don't know. Anyway, you know what the big part about this is? If we start off Monday with Raw, as you do,
As you do.
then SmackDown Live, as you do, on
As you
Tuesday.
do.
Wednesday at 7 p.m.
It's gonna be that
Eastern
tribute to
time.
the troops thing, right?
No.
Wait,
What?
7 p.m.
Wednesday at 7 p.m. NXT.
Okay, first off, I actually thought that this was airing at 8, so I'm confused.
No, it's airing at 7.
Second of all, what?
Yep, it's starting at 7, and it's NXT on USA.
So what the fuck's on today?
I don't know. I just know that at 7, it's a 1-hour special of NXT, which will include the matches that they built up on tonight's episode of NXT.
All right, then. So it'll be next week's episode of NXT.
Yes. Which, weird, they're going to put Aleister Black versus Adam Cole on USA. Baby. So yeah, that's happening. So that gives us a little extra, we might be able to broadcast heel turn early that week then.
Sure.
Since it's going to be, if I'm correct on this, that it starts at 7, because that's what I believe is happening.
I thought I read it started at 8, but, I mean, it would be very confusing for them to, not put it on at the time they put on all their other wrestling shows, and will be putting on Tribute to the Troops the next day.
Yeah, Thursday at 8 will be the 2-hour Tribute to the Troops. I'm going to pull up the WWE website right now and double check my work.
And then Friday is Journey 2.
I thought that was Saturday.
I think it's Friday.
Okay,
Why would they skip a day?
I don't know. Because maybe it's leg day.
Come on, man. WWE don't ever skip a day. You know this.
Is every day Rusev Day?
Mr. No Days Off. Wait, no. No, he's Mr. Every Day's Off.
Yeah, he has no job. Mr. Unemployment. All right, here we go. I have the full schedule up now. So let's run through it. Monday is Raw.
The Monday Night Rim Rams.
At 8 as usual. 3-hour Raw. Tuesday, SmackDown. Starts at 8. It's 2 hours as always.
Stomp down.
Wednesday, 1-hour NXT special. M&A for Full Sail University in Orlando at 7/6 Central.
What?
I was right. 7 o'clock.
They really don't have anything at 8.
USA probably has like other shit they have to air at 8. So whatever.
What? What the fuck does USA
Chris
have
Lee knows
aside
best.
from fucking Mr. Robot?
Chris Lee knows best. According to Chris Lee. The Chris Lee Ultimatum. I don't know what anything with Chris Lee in it.
His name isn't Chris Chrisley.
I will always call him Chris Chrisley. That's his name forever. I don't care.
It's Todd Chrisley.
I know it's Todd Chrisley.
Do you though?
No, it's Chris Chrisley forever. That's what I'm always going to call him. It's just alliteration, my friend. Thursday at 8 is Tribute to the Troops. And then Saturday is Journey 2. I told you it was on Saturday.
Why the fuck would they put it on Saturday instead of Friday?
Because people I don't know.
This doesn't make any sense. Then again, WWE Week has never made any sense. Then again, Tribute to the Troops doesn't even really make that much sense either.
Yeah.
Like, you'd think if they're going to do a show that's a tribute to the troops, they'd, like, do it in front of the troops or something?
They're not. No, they're doing it in a naval base.
Oh, they're doing it in a naval base this year?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Last couple years, it was just like, hey, we filmed a bunch of shit before a random SmackDown. I don't know.
All right.
Boot camp.
But see, John, I was right on my WWE Week homework, and you questioned me and made me question everything. So thanks a lot. I thought I knew my shit, and in fact, I did.
Okay, good for you. USA is a bad network. That's my point. They do shit that doesn't make sense.
They're owned by Comcast. No shit.
Yeah, okay. I guess that is correct.
Hey, John.
What's up, Owen?
Yeah, so I have details about Tribute to the Troops.
Okay.
It was at a naval base in San Diego, and it was taped yesterday morning.
What?
It was taped on Tuesday morning.
Okay.
That's right. They had in the morning. They taped a 2-hour wrestling special at a naval base, and then the SmackDown people had to go to the arena in San Diego and tape SmackDown that night.
Huh. That's strange.
Isn't that weird?
That's really weird.
You know what else is weird? Why would they do that? You know what else is weird? Machine Gun Kelly performed.
That's not weird.
No, it's weird as Kevin Owens was not there.
God damn it!
But if you go on Facebook, Kevin Owens posted a video where he says, "Oh, I wish I could have been there. We could have hung out. Just let me know next time you're around WWE. We can remember how much fun it was last time we hung out."
I do.
It was very good. Kevin Owens did a very good video.
Actually, it was kind of bad last time they hung out. Not because of anything that happened. Everything that happened was fan-fucking-tastic. The problem that was not good was when fucking Machine Gun Kelly no-sold the fucking hits that he took from Kevin Owens the next night at his fucking concert. Like a dick.
What can you do?
Not have him on your fucking wrestle show.
Well, he's too bad. He was good in that Nerve movie. So I'll give him that. He's a good actor. Just not good at wrestling acting.
Or, if I'm going to be honest, hip-hop.
Wow. Hey, John.
Yes, Owen.
I have one more bit of news, unless you got something.
I got a couple things, but let's hear your news.
205 Live having a tour.
That's a thing.
Who the fuck said cruiserweights are hot? Let's have them go on a tour by themselves. I'm sure that will sell tons of tickets.
I am very confused by this move. Is this just like, are they just looking for a way to fire everybody?
I don't know. Anyway, the dates are, it's 3 straight days. Friday, January 19th through Sunday the 21st in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and New York. It's Kingston, Rhode Island, Lowell, Massachusetts, and Poughkeepsie, New York.
It's, 3 big, hotbeds of wrestling action.
In small venues, yeah. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
30 miles outside of Boston. An hour and a half outside of New York City by the train.
So, John, you gonna go?
Honestly, I did have a thought of maybe I'd go to the Poughkeepsie one.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, why the fuck not?
Maybe Hideo Itami will be there and GTS somebody.
I would assume so.
Oh.
It would make sense to me that he would be there.
It's the weekend before Royal Rumble.
Weird.
I don't know. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but they're doing it.
WWE did for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. Probably for the same reason they think that 205 Live is a good idea. Fuck if I know.
Who made this decision? I don't know. I don't know. We don't even cover 205 Live on this show. It's so bad. I mean, Drew Gulak is doing things now, which I'm happy about, but I wish he was doing it on a place that I would watch.
The cruiserweights are so bad that they're infecting and making worse other things on the show. Not to skip ahead to the next segment, but to skip ahead to the next segment for a little bit here.
Save it, because I've heard slight details about it, but I haven't heard like exactly what it is. So I want you, when we go about Raw, I want you to give me the full breakdown about what the fuck is going on with the cruiserweights. I know.
But Owen, before we do that, I actually do have some news.
I have a question. Does it involve WWE?
Yeah, one of them does. I have two stories.
Okay, because if one of them's about a company involving an owl, I am not interested.
One of them is about a company involving an owl.
I'm not interested in this news. But you can say it anyway.
I mean, I don't care if you're interested in this news. I need you to explain it to me. So they hired 2 new people to run the company. Is this going to be the thing that fixes Impact?
No. What the fuck? No, of course not. Why? Why would you think anything will fix Impact?
I was just had to ask.
They had Kurt Angle. And they had Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff there. They had Jim Cornette there. They had Dutchman. I think he's still there. I don't know.
I think Dutch might be gone.
Probably. They've had all these people come in and nothing's changed.
Dutch seems like the kind of guy that would have been there because he's Jarrett's boy. And now Jarrett doesn't have a job.
Everything's fucked, John.
But he does have a drinking problem.
Don't we all?
Yeah, I'm not one to judge. Anyway.
Heel turn.
Yeah, that happened. Do these people matter? Like,
no, I looked at that news. I went, I don't give a fuck, because, as you know, all my contacts with Anthem no longer are employed, so I can't help you with any information about them anymore.
All right. Well, hey, I always just thought that maybe you'd heard of these people because their names and like have been around the block. Apparently,
they're fine. They're not going to change anything because no one will ever change anything there. Okay,
then let's move on to the last thing. Then Owen, Dolph Ziggler's talking like he's going to quit again. You think he's actually going to do it this time?
You know why I didn't bring up this news? Because
fuck Dolph Ziggler?
No, because this news has come so many times, and you know what happens every time he talks about possibly quitting? He doesn't. He's too scared to. He's not going to. It's not going to change. He's still going to stay with the company and still be mediocre, and still just paint by numbers and not do anything interesting. So he's getting a paycheck. So whatever. He's got a title match now.
He did make one interesting point in that interview, which is that as much as he's like. Where he basically said, as much as I get that, sometimes people have to lose, and I'm the person that's in that role right now, and that's fine, whatever. But, one of the things he said that I thought really was, kind of fucking true is that he's lost so many fucking times. He is so, the person that just doesn't win now that having people beat him doesn't matter. Having people their NXT calls go over him doesn't mean anything. Fucking Nakamura is a perfect example of this. They tried to have it be oh man, he's so great, he's so cool. He beat Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, but he beat Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up when I was talking about SmackDown, but I'll talk about it now. Is that Dolph Ziggler is at the point where his whole story is supposed to be, oh, the fans are behind him. He's the underdog. He's got to keep working and working, and then eventually he'll finally grab that brass ring. But the problem is, it slipped through his fingers so many times that why would you invest in him? Because it's just going to be a failure. And if he does succeed, then what? Remember when he won the Intercontinental title from The Miz, and then nothing came of it?
Yeah.
It's
immediately lost it.
Yeah, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't with him. If he succeeds, so what? If he fails, of course he did.
Yep. I mean, that's the thing is, we've been through this road with Dolph like a million times before. Remember, hey, here's a fun thing. Remember Harper's Intercontinental Championship run?
No. I know it happened, but I don't remember the run.
It's a thing that happened. He held the belt for a month because he beat Dolph Ziggler.
Yep.
And you know who beat him for the title?
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler at the very next pay-per-view. Actually, that was the thing, was he didn't even win it at pay-per-view. He won it, Harper won it like on a Raw the night after the pay-per-view.
Weird. Yeah, so this Dolph Ziggler news, I'm just thinking, whatever. Who cares?
Here's what I'm thinking. Dolph, you should quit.
I mean, I said that last time that we were talking about this. I said, yeah, you should quit because you could do so much better instead of wasting time on my TV, but here he still is.
Except I have a different take from that, because last time we were like, oh, Dolph could be doing so much better. Dolph could be doing great work. Like, he could be a champion elsewhere. Like, now I'm just at the point where it's like, no, Dolph is nothing.
No,
Dolph's useless.
My thought was he should go do terrible stand-up where I will not have to see him anymore.
Oh, sure. Yeah, fine.
Yep. So that's it. That's all I got for wrestling news. Do you have anything?
I mean, those are my news bits. The Owl people are doing things.
Fuck them.
Dolph should probably do something, and by something I mean fuck off.
That NXT on USA should be good. Aleister Black versus Adam Cole, baby, and also Ember Moon against Peyton Royce. Yeah, sign me up.
Sure.
But John, I'm gonna move on to the next segment. Tell me about Monday Night Raw.
All right, let's just get to it, because I brought it up. We need to talk about it.
What's up?
What the fuck are they doing to Nia Jax? Why the fuck?
I didn't see anything about this. All I heard is something involving the cruiserweights, and that's all I heard. I did not watch Raw this week.
They're building a romance angle between her and Enzo.
Sure.
Why are you tainting Nia with this bullshit? Why
tainting
him?
Nia. That's a good one.
Fuck you! I like her.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem, John.
It's not like most girls.
But John, here's my question. Nia, what is her role in the women's division? Is she the big unstoppable monster?
No, but she should be.
No, because they have Asuka. The role is the big monster in the women's division is already taken by Asuka. So what does she have?
No, those are two different things. Like, Asuka is not that big monster character, nor should she be. That's never what she was. And, like, it's cool that she's not. The problem is that they don't have anything for Nia other than this. And it's like, why? Why, though?
Because it works so well with Santino and Beth Phoenix.
I mean, frankly, the thing is that, like...
I'm not joking about that. That actually was really good.
All right, if you say so. I mean, for me, it just comes down to... Like, I think it goes to a bigger question of, what the fuck is even going on in the women's division?
I could say that for the SmackDown women's division, and I still don't have answers.
Yeah, that's the thing, is you probably
at least you have Absolution, which is fine.
That's the thing, is that, like, I feel like, and I guess this is the problem that applies to the entire show, which we'll get to in a second here, but, like, I kind of just don't get what the fuck's up with Paige. Like, what is her deal?
She's back.
And she's angry because she started the WWE Evolution or whatever, and now she's got these two lackeys.
Some say that Paige started the Women's Revolution.
But I guess the thing that, like, kind of... The issue that I have with the storyline and everything going on here is that, like, you know, as much as she's got the chip on her shoulder and everything, and, like, has a reason to be pissed off at all these people, or like, you know, pissed off at the company, and like, you know, maybe like wanting to take it out in a way that is very harsh and heelish. Like, for one, I don't feel like she's really doing that. Like, she's not doing any like super heel things aside from just like having her lackeys jump people. But honestly, we're in a place in wrestling where that just happens fucking all the time anyway, and heels jump faces, faces jump heels, nothing is true, everything is permitted, so whatever. Like, I feel like you need to actually have more of a character for it to work for me. But also, like, I feel like the problem is that, like, she doesn't have history with any of these people. Like, all of the people that she really had history with are fucking gone. Like, look at the top people that were here. Like, you know, okay, she's got, I guess you could look at Foxy, but like, doesn't really have, it's not like Foxy fucking matters.
No, the two big people that she had stuff beef with was Emma, who's no longer with the company, and AJ, who hasn't been
no longer with the company.
Hasn't been part of the company in a decade now.
Yeah, like Sasha, you know, like Mickie James was gone when she came in back. Or like when Paige was there, like Alexa Bliss, Sasha, Bailey, like all of these people were before her time, like, you know, came after her in NXT.
Yeah.
Like, you know, some of them, clearly they were contemporaries. Like, you know, clearly fucking Sasha and Bailey had been there for a while, and like that was when they were still not really developed characters and were kind of just like enhancement talent, especially Bailey. But like, they weren't contemporaries for the most part. Like, Paige did her thing, and then in a lot of ways, Paige doing her thing is the thing that made them able to really shine and do their thing. But like, I don't buy the whole tension here, because it's not like, why the fuck should Paige care about these people? Like,
no, because she's trying to take back her territory.
I guess,
and all
but
these new people, like, it's her house. She left for a while. She abandoned it for a while. These people are squatting in her house. Like, get the fuck out of my house.
I guess, but it also just seems like a weird motivation.
Well, you know, to be fair, everything is weird because of motivations in the women's division. Like, remember the whole Mickie James, Alexa Bliss stuff? That she's old?
You're old! Ah!
See, those two aren't contemporaries either, so... You know, it's weird. Nothing makes sense. The only story that actually like would be interesting is Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss, and they just glossed over that.
They sure did. Man, they sure did.
Uh-huh. That could have been a pay-per-view match, but we didn't get that.
Nope.
I don't get it. And when we talk about SmackDown, that's a whole different can of worms. It is just a nightmare over there.
Yeah, I've seen... Pardon me. I've seen a little bit of what's going on in SmackDown, and yeah, what the Riot Squad?
Don't worry.
What?
I have a whole conversation about them when we get to SmackDown.
Like, I'm not crazy about Absolution, and I'm definitely not crazy about like this weird teasing out. Oh, we're gonna go after Asuka. No, I guess not. Like, why?
I'm more interested in what Absolution's doing than the Riot Squad. And that's not just because I don't like Liv Morgan.
Fair.
It's just part of it, but not really.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is Absolution. Also, let's be fair here. Absolution has like actually good talents. It has Paige, who, regardless of, you know, the fact that Paige has taken her reputation has taken some hits for reasons that have nothing really to do with her character or her wrestling ability, but, you know, kind of understandable.
Yeah. As I put it about last night, which you can read over at ProWrestling.Cool about SmackDown, I said that the thing about Absolution is that they have a veteran in command in Paige, which is weird to say she's a veteran, but she is now. Whereas with the Riot Squad, it's just a bunch of all of them are rookies, and you know, putting Ruby Riott in that leader role, she's totally not prepared for that, and people don't have a connection enough with her with that.
And also, Paige's wrestling still fine.
Yeah, it's crazy. She had that 15-minute match with Sasha Banks as her first match back, and she was great.
Yeah.
What ring rust?
Yeah. Like, I think that they're, like, Paige coming back has definitely shown me that, like, she was kind of, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to make the comparison, but I am going to make the comparison and then immediately walk back. I feel like she's a little bit of, in that AJ Lee model of, like, she's good, don't get me wrong, but she's also, it's compared to what we were getting before that, she's good. Like, compared to the people that are, there now, like, maybe less so. I definitely think that Paige much more than AJ probably could. Like, Paige still definitely hangs and looks very talented, but I mean, for me personally, Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
She's no Bliss. Well, no, she's Bliss. Maybe not in character, but
right.
I'm getting off topic here, which is that Paige is still pretty good, and Sonya Deville also very good, and then Mandy Rose exists.
She's got a good character if they'd let her actually play it more.
I guess
she still needs to work in the ring though. But yeah, and as we saw in NXT, Sonya Deville definitely got it going on in the ring.
Oh yeah, no, she's great. The role that they have her in, like, she nails that shit down perfect.
Mm-hmm. Whereas the people over in the Riot Squad, we'll talk about that later.
All right then. Well, before we talk about that, let's talk about the fact that I hate the Shield now.
What? How? But the big dog.
The Rom Dog, I know, right?
Everyone loves the Rom Dog. He's got the belt.
I feel like I should have seen this coming, Owen.
What, that they're all shitty faces now?
No, not even that. As much as just, like, the fact that the entire Shield reunion was all just in service of making Roman Reigns look good.
Make Roman look strong?
It's all, Seth and Dean are there to make Roman look good.
Hold on.
Look strong.
Hold on a second. So you're telling me that you fell for the whole thing of, yo, we're going to put Roman Reigns next to someone who's popular to make you cheer Roman Reigns?
No, because I didn't cheer Roman Reigns, but I will be honest, I did maybe expect them to have the Shield be characters and do things a little more than they're currently doing, where instead it just seems like they're there to be in service of Roman Reigns' storyline.
Nope. See, I was making that comparison because if you remember at the 2015 Royal Rumble, they brought The Rock in to be with Roman Reigns to make him look.
Oh, I remember.
Cheer.
Oh yeah, I know.
And then we cheered for a split second, and then went, "Wait, fuck you. We hate Roman
basically.
Reigns." So you're having that moment right now. Go, yeah, the Shield. Wait a minute. No, fuck them.
Like, and it would be one thing if it was just like, oh yeah, with this moment, oh, I see. But like, they had that brief thing of like, oh man, the Shield's back together, everything, and then it just feels like once they pulled the trigger on Roman Reigns as Grand Slam champion. Now just the entire thing is about Roman Reigns, and now we have fucking like show opening storylines of just fucking Roman Reigns doing shit with Jason Jordan. And so what do you feel about the Jason Jordan thing, by the way?
I think I'm into it.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I really hope it's going somewhere because I'm very confused about it and worried that maybe it's not.
What are you confused about?
It just seems like they still never really acknowledged the fact that, like, the entire storyline is Jason Jordan saying that he doesn't want special privileges because he's Kurt Angle's son, and then getting special privileges.
That is the story. They are addressing it. Didn't you see the backstage segment where he kept saying, "Oh, give me an opportunity. I want an opportunity." And then Kurt Angle going, "Well, I don't want people to think I'm playing favorites, but you're gonna get it anyway because you're my son."
Yeah.
And the crowd hating it because they can see what you're doing. They're doing it blatantly. It's great. And eventually, Dad's gonna say no, and then he's gonna throw a temper tantrum and beat up his dad.
Okay, I mean,
And then he's gonna side with Triple H, who will give him what he wants.
I don't know about that one.
He's gonna sell
I
upward.
think I might be off board now.
You know the authority's coming back.
God damn it! No,
Always.
no, leave me alone.
Hey John, I got my own authority over on SmackDown for Bruin, so don't worry.
Yeah, I know it's terrible. Everything is terrible.
Oh
now.
no, it's I love it.
Well, you're a bad person.
Well, I mean, it's
Roman Reigns a
established.
bad person too, though.
Yeah,
And that's what really matters,
how's
is that
Seth
fuck Roman
Rollins-
Reigns and fuck this whole bullshit of Rollins and Ambrose are having a goddamn match and then it's ruined. They lose because of fucking Roman Reigns' feud.
Yeah, they're really benefiting from this, aren't they?
Yeah, it's so great. They're benefiting from being a sideshow for fucking Roman Reigns' issues with Samoa Joe.
Well, to be fair, Samoa Joe's gonna kill you and all your loved ones.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it like I'm not down with Samoa Joe killing anybody. I love Samoa Joe. Like, having a fucking huge Intercontinental Championship feud between the fucking Rom Dog and the Immortan Joe. Like, let's do it. That's great.
Hey John.
I want Joe to win that title.
Hey John, can we talk about him trucking Jason Jordan?
Yes.
That was extremely good.
That was extremely good.
Samoa Joe's great. And that LA crowd was very much into Joe.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
It was a hot crowd.
very hot crowd. Good job, LA.
Speaking of hot crowds, did you see this video that's going around the internet from
There's a
when
lot
the
of-
WWE was in the Brighton?
What? No, what?
It's Elias singing Wonderwall.
What?
It's pretty good.
Did he actually sing it?
He in the crowd sang a verse, and then he came up with his own verse about how Brighton is a shithole.
Yeah. Elias
Brighton was, they were upset about it, unsurprisingly.
Was the Drift Garage with him?
No, it's sort of. It was him. It was Bo Dallas was there, and instead of Curtis Axel, he had the club.
Sure. Why not?
Good brothers. Gals and Anderson.
They suck, but sure.
You know what else sucks, Owen?
Were the Good Brothers even on Raw this week?
No.
Of course not. But what were you gonna say, John?
Elias was on Raw this week, but I don't want to talk about that.
Fair enough.
Fucking Rom Dog. Or not Rom, Bing. Fucking
Bing Bong?
Kane versus Bing Bong.
John?
Hey, that's gonna be the fucking big part of a goddamn WWE week next week, though. So get hype.
John?
Yes.
Did you notice something during the promo?
What am I
With
supposed to?
with Kane on the video board?
What's that, Owen?
Remember how last week I said, "Oh, he got his throat crush. He should have a voice box."
Yeah.
He started the promo with his hand up to his throat like he was going to talk with the voice box, but then he put it down because fuck me.
Yep. Fuck you.
That he did that on purpose, and I am very upset about it. How dare he? I want the voice box.
Cause fuck you.
Kane joins with Bray Wyatt and he tosses the voice box. It'd be great. He gets to cut a Bray Wyatt promo with the voice box. Let's go.
Let's not say we did.
Fine.
But instead, we could talk about the other promo that happened this week involving Bray Wyatt.
This was
Talk
great.
about-
Don't you mumble through this. This was a great segment.
I am of two minds on it.
John, this is what you've wanted.
So let me explain.
Okay.
This is what I wanted. They have broken or woken Matt Hardy.
He's got the robe.
He's got the robe.
Crazy hair.
He's got the accent.
Got the
he's
accent.
got
confusion.
He's got the I'm a fucking evil spirit vessel that has been alive for millennia, and I have taken over Matt Hardy's body.
Yeah.
Or rather, like I've just
Matthew Hardy?
he is my vessel.
Yes. The Pyramid of Giza.
Come on, man, say it right. The Pyramid of Giza!
John, did you notice that every time they cut to Bray Wyatt, the crowd was dead silent, and then every time they cut to Matt, it was a huge pop?
Yeah.
This shit's working. They did it.
Of course. I'm not saying it's not working.
So
and
what's
I'm not
the problem?
So here's the comparison I would make. In a lot of ways, this reminds me of a certain other long-haired weirdo that's got a funny accent that's been in the news lately.
Okay.
Of course, talking about Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, hi, doggy.
So the comparison that I would make and have made in a unfinished column that I really need to finish writing, but it's hard.
You should do that, John. It's like it's your job.
Look, man.
You also have another thing to write that you should get done this week for our Patreon subscribers.
That's going to be something, all right. Anyway, the point being here,
that, yes.
Impact the final deletion, all that stuff in Impact Wrestling was like The Room. It's terrible. It's poorly acted. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. The special effects are fucking bad. It's so good. It's so wonderful. And part of what makes it so wonderful is, like, as much as, you know, you can get the sense that, like, in a lot of ways, the Hardys know that this is kind of dumb and, like, they're doing it to amuse himself. It's so fucking sincere. Like, basically, almost 95% of everything that's going on in all of that TNA shit is basically just evidence of how much it's all just things that they think is cool or cool shit. Like, it's all just like them being fucking weird and saying, like, wouldn't this be a fun thing if we did it, and doing it. This promo, in a lot of ways, reminded me of his Hulu series, The Neighbors. It's got its moments. It's still very enjoyable. But I feel like they understand too much why people like this. Like, this is a post-in on the joke version of the Broken Universe. In a lot of ways, like how The Neighbors was Tommy Wiseau being in on the joke of people like him because he's amateurish and terrible. So here's something that's really amateurish and terrible, but it's, you know, again, it's got its moments and it's fun, but it doesn't have the same feel. And I'm not willing to write this off yet. I'm not willing to say that, like, Woken Matt Hardy is going to be like that at all. But especially in the end of that segment where he's just doing that weird fucking goofy laugh that is, like, so impossible to take seriously. And I say that as someone that knows that, like, fucking there's so many moments in Delete or Decay and Final Deletion and Total Nonstop Deletion especially that are impossible to take seriously. But it doesn't feel the same. It feels like a different kind of not taking it seriously. It feels like they're not taking it seriously either, and that worries me.
See, John, I have no idea where we're getting this stuff from. This doesn't sound right at all. Because if you don't think that weird part of him laughing and go yes at the end is like trying to be a parody of itself or be like a too over the top version of itself, it's not. It's exactly what it was in TNA. Like this. Watch this promo. This is exactly what the Broken Universe stuff was. It's just it's on with a better camera. Like that's the only difference. Like I feel like this was not scripted by WWE at all. This was Matt Hardy having full control of this character, being able to.
I'm not saying it like he doesn't have full control. I'm saying it like it's just. I worry that maybe he's a little bit too in on the joke now.
I don't think so because I feel
again I'm not saying that I'm writing it off. I'm not saying like, oh, this is definitely how it is. It's just I got a twinge of that worry when watching parts of it.
I didn't because I feel like this is the first step of introducing this character to a WWE audience, and then slowly you're gonna see everything else coming in. You're gonna see Vanguard 1 showing up. You're gonna see Senor Benjamin. You might even see King Maxwell. And then we're gonna get to weird promo. Then eventually we're gonna get to the Hardy compound. And it's all just gonna slowly ease in, and then it's gonna feel like it did before. Just it's gonna be new stories. And I feel like as long as they give Matt full control of it, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's fair.
It's just him having new toys to play with. And by that, I mean a bigger budget and then also some new wrestlers. It'll be fun. I have faith in this. I am going to go in confident and stay positive and hope that it gets incredible. Because did you not see the video that Matt Hardy posted on YouTube last week?
I did, but again, like, that's YouTube. It's not.
No, but Senor Benjamin was there, and he said, and he got him his Rojo coat, which he wore on Raw.
I'm aware.
So I feel like that was a canonical video, and we're gonna start getting into some really weird shit, and I can't wait. Just have some faith, man. Don't be pessimistic.
Raw.
Don't be pessimistic about all wrestling.
It's Raw.
John, as a SmackDown editor, I am trying to be positive about something on Raw. So have some faith. Come on, let's go.
No. They have to prove themselves. That's the point. They have no fucking goodwill. They have burned all of their goodwill from like fucking 2 years of pissing me off.
Okay. Well, I don't think Matt's burned you before.
That doesn't mean that I trust the company to do right by him.
We'll see what happens. I feel like having him be able to cut a full promo gave me a lot of faith because I'm like, this was exactly what we wanted. Now let's just keep it rolling. Don't change it. Just keep going. And as Core puts in the chat, delete, 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 delete.
That's true.
So there you go.
I can't argue with that at all.
Anything else about Monday Night Raw?
Other shit happened.
I see that. You wrote that in the notes. Define other shit.
Nah.
That's it?
I mean, you really want me to like give you really want to play It's Raw, Do You Care? We could do it, but
if you want to, I don't give a shit.
No, man. We talked about the stuff I care about. Like, we could talk about. Well, okay. I mean, I know you'll care that Drew Gulak won a match.
Yeah, Drew Gulak's gonna lose the match to get a title shot.
He sure is.
I like Drew Gulak.
He's sure gonna lose that match.
I know.
Finn Balor fought Bo Dallas. That also happened.
Nope.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck Finn Balor. I can't believe he's gotten to that point now, but fuck Finn Balor. He's extraordinary.
I mean, he is. That's the thing. Finn Balor's still fucking cool as shit. Just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the problem with this entire show, though. Nobody does anything. Like, shit just kind of happens.
I have a question. What's Brother Nero's other personality where he dresses up in all the paint and weird shit?
He's injured, remember?
No, I'm talking about what's the name of that other character?
Oh, Willow?
Yeah. When he comes back, the only thing I'm interested in is Willow versus the Demon.
I don't think that will ever happen. I don't think anyone will ever acknowledge Willow ever again.
John, if he gets thrown into the pond of reincarnation, it could happen. Someone online joked the best thing is, what if they had the pond of reincarnation throw Bray Wyatt in and he comes out as Husky Harris?
It's fucked up.
I know, but I'd be way into it. He's a tank with a Ferrari engine.
Husky Harris is all right.
Sure he is.
What's wrong with Husky Harris?
He'll come out of the pond wearing a Nexus armband. Remember the Nexus?
Yeah, I do.
Bad times.
No,
John Cena,
you're fine until,
Cena all of them.
John Cena.
That was the whole story, was John Cena.
Yeah.
That was always their story.
I mean, let's be fair, though. This is WWE. It's every story.
Not anymore. He's busy being an animated bull.
And still, though, there was a time where that was every story.
Fair.
Every single story.
John, are you done about Raw?
It's a bad show.
I thought it was fine this week.
In general, though.
Do you want to hear about the SmackDown Live?
Not really, but you're going to tell me anyway.
Yeah, I am going to tell you. I'm going to tell you that you know what Tuesday was.
Tuesday Night Titan.
No, it was Rusev Day.
It's an everyday Rusev Day?
Yes, every day is Rusev Day. And Aiden English came out with him, and he started singing the 12 Days of Rusev.
As he do.
And part of it was the second day was 2 Rusev Day t-shirts, which are now available on WWE Shop. And Rusev is very excited about it, and so was the crowd. The crowd popped for that shirt and chanted for Rusev Day. Rusev and Aiden English are so over. It's amazing. Rusev's over. Be excited.
I like Rusev.
Rusev's great. You know what's not great?
What's that, Owen?
They had to fight the New Day.
Why is that not great?
Because the New Day are so good. And they beat everybody. Remember they beat Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, so they got inserted into the tag title match at Clash of Champions.
Yeah.
And now it's a triple threat tag team match for the tag belts. So now they're going to beat Aiden English and Rusev to gain momentum.
No, they're
despite them
not.
being over. What?
No, they're not.
Why would you say that?
Because Rusev is cool.
Also, the New Day have giant pancakes. Because they had the box of Bootios and they dumped out a giant pancake that hit a kid in the face, and it was great.
Oh, and this bit sucks. I already know that Rusev and Aiden English won.
Yes, but I do have to tell you something that Corey Graves said during the match, and you know what it is?
What's that?
He gave us a real, true fact, 100% true fact, that 12% of all males born in Bulgaria in 2017 were named Rusev. Did you know that?
Is that actually true? Or is he just fucking with us? Because Okay, so he is just fucking with us. Cool.
Of course it is. It's Corey Graves. He's always fucking with us. Point is, Rusev.
I kind of believe it. I don't know.
Well, why don't you look it up? Do your homework. I don't know.
I'm good.
Point is, Rusev kicked Kofi Kingston in the back of the head and pinned him. Rusev and Aiden English won.
Good. Fuck Kofi.
And now the match at Clash of Champions is a fatal 4-way tag team match.
All right, then.
Are you excited for Rusev to win the tag belts?
No, because that's not going to happen.
But it might. Come
It's
on.
an honor to get nominated.
But you know what the crazy thing is, though, John, is how does a fatal 4-way tag team match work? Because remember, we saw one at SummerSlam a couple years ago.
It's one where the only 2 teams are in the ring and like the tag anyone in, right?
Yeah, two people are in, and then you can tag anyone. That is not the stipulation for this one.
Oh?
Because they specifically said how it's going to work is it's going to be 4 people in the ring, 1 from each team, and you can only tag in your own team.
You know, that probably makes a lot more sense.
That seems chaotic, and I'm way into it. How is the referee going to be able to maintain who's tagging who and who's active in the match?
Maybe they'll do the 2 referee gimmick again.
That'd be fine. That would actually make sense in this match. I'm looking forward to it. This match is going to be pure chaos, and it's got a lot of great teams in it. And I can't wait for Rusev to pull out the upset and win the belt.
What was that stupid fucking match where they did that recently? I think it was last year, but still, it was really dumb.
Yeah, the stipulation where there was just 2 referees.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dumb. I don't even.
Wait,
it was some tag match with the Good Brothers. I don't remember.
Yeah, like why?
Was it this year?
I don't think it was this year. I think it was the end of last year.
Okay, I was gonna say like.
I think it was last year's TLC.
Okay, then it would have counted for last year's awards. Because the cutoff for our year-end awards
cutoff
is
is TLC.
the last pay-per-view of the year. So yeah, that's it. Speaking of tag teams, the Bludgeon Brothers are still a thing.
Cool.
They beat some jobbers, and you know what? I don't care. I'm done complaining about their outfits. These guys are great. I love the Bludgeon Brothers. Keep them going. Are you not excited about the Bludgeon Brothers?
Not really.
It's Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. They're cool.
No, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are dead. This is just Harper and Rowan, please.
No, they have their full names.
Oh, they got their full names back?
I mean, they never lost them.
They were just Harper and Rowan for a little bit.
No, they got their full names. It's fine. They're cool.
All right. Well, it's not what the website said, but okay.
Great. Now I have to look this up. Thanks. Great. But speaking of the Bludgeon Brothers, remember last week how they killed the Hype Bros and then the Hype Bros imploded?
Yeah, I'm aware of this.
Well, Mojo Rawley had a backstage interview.
No, it's okay.
No, this was really good.
No, I'm good.
John, he actually justified why this shit's happening. Also,
no, I'm cool.
You know what's weird? I'm looking
What's
at the page for the superstars in WWE.com, and before the NXT Tag Champions were just Eric Young and Alexander Wolf. They added Killian Dane to it now, so he's technically he's one of the champions now.
Well, that's not going to last very long.
What? John, you're right. They don't have what?
Yeah, dude.
When did they lose their first names?
I think last week.
Well, they said their names this week, so I don't know.
Well, Tom fucked up.
Whatever.
You're fucking up, Tom. Do your goddamn job, Tom.
Ow, leave Tom alone. What did he ever do to you?
I feel like I have to give him shit because I listened to our best of 2016 episode recently, and I was very positive on Tom Phillips, so I feel like now I need to balance it out by being
no, but he's still
Tom
good.
Phillips.
Come on.
I still feel like I should have made a stronger case for Paul Ellering being best non-in-ring performer.
Put out now name this year then. Let's go. This year wasn't he in a short cage? Or was that
no, last year was the shark cage. That was like my whole thing for why I want him to win. I just kept yelling, "This is the fucking shark cage!"
Okay. You may have had a point there. That's why he was a runner-up. But John, back to the Mojo thing. He brought up
mostly just upset because the one person who won last year is probably going to win this again this year.
Who won last year?
It was Corey.
We'll see. We'll see. Again, that's for another day.
But honestly, I just can't even think.
John, let me tell you about this Mojo promo. Stop.
No, don't!
I'm going to tell you and you're going to listen.
No!
He brought up a good point. Because remember that they were a tag team and they won that tag title opportunity and then Zack Ryder got injured?
Yeah, I'm fully aware.
So they squandered that opportunity for them. And then Mojo Rawley went on as a singles competitor and hey, he won the Andre Battle Royal. He was doing pretty freaking good by himself. And then Ryder came back and now they're jobbing people again. So he said, clearly this is Ryder's fault, so fuck him. That's why he killed him, and he's dead forever. And now Mojo is an asshole heel singles competitor, and I'm into it because he wasn't saying a bunch of catchphrases. He was just being very intense and very angry.
Yeah, but it means we have to watch more Mojo.
I like Mojo. I don't have a problem with him. I don't know why you have a problem with him.
Because his singles run has always been bad and boring.
Well,
he does the same shit over and over again.
I want to see how he does in the mid card. I'm curious.
And it's like name a single person that has gotten something good out of. Sure did wonders for Baron Corbin.
All right, I'll talk about the Baron Corbin thing.
I mean, geez, or we could talk about the person that lost it this year, who, you know, I mean, that's another thing, is like the person that lost the Battle Royal, like, who, you know, got the fucking most out of it and became the fucking worst champion ever.
Did he really win? Did he really, like, come out on top on that one?
That's what I'm saying, is Mojo didn't come out on top.
No, but I'm talking about Jinder. Like, he's the worst champion. That's not really a great thing. He was in a Punjabi
prison. Came out on top because he was the WWE champion for fucking, like, 5 months.
Yeah.
The fact that I hate him, and most people hate him, doesn't change the fact that, like, they made him a fucking star or whatever.
Yeah.
Although, you know, as our good friend Michael Hunt said on his hot takes last week, yeah, they really fucked this up by trying to, like, get millions of dollars out of a country that doesn't have a lot of money or has huge wealth disparities.
Mm-hmm. Those shows are that house show's happening this weekend. We'll see how that goes.
The fuck were they thinking?
I don't know, because they saw the words billion people and they thought, hey, why not?
So you sell on volume. You don't sell on.
John, WWE makes mistakes.
Yeah, everything they do,
including Baron Corbin, who I'm going to talk about now.
Huzzah!
Because over the weekend, along with that triple threat tag title match they announced, they also announced a triple threat for the U.S. title between Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin, and for some reason, Dolph Ziggler. I don't. Why?
We already talked about this earlier.
No, but the promo backstage, though, John, where Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin were talking about the odds. They say Bobby Roode said, "You and I in the ring, we got a 50% chance." But then you add Dolph Ziggler to the equation, and then all of a sudden your chances drop. They almost cut the Scott Steiner promo. It got extremely close to it. It was very good. In all the wrong ways. Like, for real, Bobby Roode almost started saying the Scott Steiner promo. But then Dolph Ziggler came in and ruined it. He's like, actually, you guys have a 0% chance against me because you can't beat me. So the numbers don't lie, and it spells doom for you at Clash of Champions.
You can't beat me, even though both of you have beat several times.
And literally everyone's beaten them.
Even ignoring that, like, Jesus Christ, this was both of their first feuds in the main roster.
Yep. It's... And then to make...
Like, I completely forgot about that. This was Baron Corbin's first main roster feud. It was Dolph fucking Ziggler.
Yep, it sure was.
Jesus Christ!
And then, John, we had a Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin singles match, non-title, on the show with Dolph Ziggler on commentary. You'll never guess what happened.
I don't have to because I know what happened.
Duh. I mean, you didn't have to see it to know that Dolph Ziggler came in and interfered.
Yeah, okay.
And of course he did. God, I wish they would do something with the U.S. title. It's killing me.
Like, I wish they'd do something too, like throw it off of a bridge.
AJ Styles' whole run was squandered. Baron Corbin's run has been god awful and continues to be. Man, this bums me out.
I'm still really pissed off about those Kevin Owens matches.
Yeah, I was there for the worst one. And
but even the best one wasn't that great.
The best one was really good. The one with Jericho?
It was good. Also, I thought you would have said the one that Shane refed.
That one was good too, but the Jericho one was better because it was clean.
Also, I don't know if I'd call the one that Shane refed good, considering that like the entire thing was Shane is apparently made of glass.
Yeah, it's great. It's after when you put on the ref shirt, you all of a sudden become fragile as shit. It's a curse. Anywho, I got two more things to quickly talk about. One, which I said I was gonna bring up, is the Riot Squad. Jesus Christ. Ugh. They're so bad. They're not good on the mic because they had a segment backstage with all the women. You know, typical SmackDown Women's Division segment of everyone in Brian's office complaining.
Everybody in the pool!
Like, I should be in the match with the Classic Champions. I should be in the match with the Classic Champions. I got a Money in the Bank briefcase that all of a sudden I now have a name for. Carmella is named her briefcase now, by the way.
Why?
Because its name is Frankie.
No.
You know why it's named Frankie, right?
No.
Because clearly it's a tribute to Coco Beware. Do you get that reference?
No, I don't. Move on.
John, the parody had his name was named Frankie. Now she has a briefcase that's named Frankie. It's weird. Anyway, the point is the Riot Squad came in and interrupted.
Shut up, I hate it.
I mean, I do too, but because they started talking and oh boy, Sarah Logan can't say words because I put a gif about last night where she's saying things and Brian does a double take on what? What words are you using? None of this makes sense. The whole promo was Daniel Bryan being against people with tattoos and against blondes and people from the South. What? Exactly. What? How could she be against blondes when Charlotte's blonde and she's the champion? And Natalia's also blonde and fighting for the belt. What the? It's terrible. And then he said, well, fine, everyone's in the pool now. It's a lumberjack match at Clash of Champions.
Hey. Lumberjill match.
No,
please.
they called it a lumberjack match. They did not say lumberjill, and the graphic also says lumberjack.
Well, that's just wrong. It should be the Lumberjill match.
No, they've stopped gendering it. It's now just lumberjack. That's cool by me. I don't care.
I don't know. I feel like lumberjack is inherently, but I could be wrong on this.
It's whatever. The one cool thing to come out of this was that later backstage, Natalya was talking with Tamina, Lana, and Carmella, and saying, "Hey, remember we were the welcoming committee? That was a good time. We should welcome these new assholes who just arrived."
No, it's okay.
And then the Riot Squad showed up and they said more things and it upset me. It all resulted in a Tamina versus Charlotte match with the welcoming committee around the outside to give you a preview of the Clash of Champions, which ended with Tamina instantly tapping out to the figure 8, and then the Riot Squad again with the fucking microphones talking again and being terrible and fighting. Ugh.
I didn't think that Ruby was ready for a big stage when she was on NXT.
She's not ready, and none of these people are ready.
And yet they called her up.
Because she has a look.
Also, not to skip too far ahead, but okay, well, I guess we're going to skip a bit ahead to NXT here. I don't like her new look. I don't like the long hair.
It's whatever. It didn't really change anything for me.
I mean, for me, it's just like, yeah, she's still got the one side of her head shaved, but like the long hair kind of makes her look like every other diva.
I think,
every other women's wrestler, rather.
No, you were right the first time. That's the way everything's becoming.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like we're regressing back to diva-ship. Like,
and that's
maybe
why,
not in terms of match quality, definitely in terms of writing quality.
And that is why they had her grow her hair out to be like everyone else. Just like Bayley became like everyone else. All the
That's another thing I was listening to on the on the best of thing from last year.
I don't know why you listened
how
to that.
I just wanted to get in the right frame of mind for what's going to be coming in the next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to listen to. Oh, actually, I didn't want to listen to myself being really depressed because I forgot about that part.
Yep, you sure were in a down mood, and not because of wrestling.
No, there was other things going on in my life that. But anyway,
Yes, please go on.
One of the things that we talked about there is like, when we were talking about Best Surprise, and you remember what one of the nominees was, Owen?
No, what?
That would be Bayley's debut on the Raw after SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And now
that was really fucking good. And we talked a lot about how Bayley, if they do her right, is going to be, has the makings to be like the most important woman this company has ever seen. And then the thing that we said is, and they said, if like Mistake was like, if they don't fuck it up, this is gonna happen. To which they said, they're probably gonna fuck it up though.
And they sure did.
To which he was like, yeah, they're definitely gonna fuck it up. They did. And you know what? They did. I'm gonna take you one step further. They went above and beyond my expectations. I never imagined that they could fuck it up as badly as they have fucked it up.
She may be a contender for worst female superstar and most egregious misuse of a person.
I don't know if I'd put her as worst female superstar, but she's definitely most egregious misuse of talent forerunner.
Well, again,
she might even win that category.
We will see when those podcasts go up at the end of the month. Because we will not have those conversations quite yet. But yeah, this. Also, you know what the problem is with the women's division on SmackDown right now?
Everything.
So here's the thing: Becky Lynch is gone right now. Naomi is also out.
Where's Naomi?
She got injured last week during the attack.
Oh.
So she's taking time off. She might have an injury or something. I don't know. I don't have any information on that, but
could be like Sheamus's sabbatical to heel's neck, where it's like, oh no, he's hurt. Oh wait, he's back the next week. All right.
Maybe. But John, how many faces are in the women's division on SmackDown right now?
Well, let me think about this. There's Charlotte.
Uh-huh. Becky and Naomi are currently
There's
gone.
Charlotte.
Uh-huh.
And
yep, Charlotte is the only face currently active on the SmackDown Women's division. It's
and as I have previously said on this podcast, I don't like Charlotte as a face.
No, that's the problem. The face isn't even that great at being a face, so it's a nightmare over here. Real bad. And how many faces do you have? Is Mickie James and Dana Brooke now faces?
No, I don't think Dana Brooke.
Is Asuka a face?
Yeah, I think Asuka's. I think the faces are Bayley and Sasha. Regardless of.
Are they really?
Yes, they are.
They're kind of like a gray area.
The crowd doesn't. No, the fact that they're not working because they fucking shit the bed on them so many times. Like, Jesus Christ, speaking of fucking Dolph Ziggler, let's talk about Sasha goddamn Banks.
She'll be up for some awards.
She's not that far gone yet, but she's getting there.
Mm-hmm.
And Bayley, like we said, is fucking terrible. But they are definitely faces. They are technically faces still. And then Asuka and Mickie James.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dana Brooke is a heel now, if for no other reason than because of the Asuka matches.
Mm-hmm. Well, John, I have one more thing to talk about SmackDown. It's the most important thing.
All right.
It's the Sami and Kevin show.
All right.
What?
I got my problems with this.
Okay, well, I'll tell you how I feel, and then you can enlighten me.
The heels are right. I'm just gonna say it. The heels are right.
No, that's the thing. That's what's so good about this. Is that the heels are totally right. Because they start off the show by going, Shane is a McMahon. McMahons are fucking assholes. Here are some examples. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart, Daniel Bryan. What do they all have in common?
Here's my problem with that.
What?
This is WWE in 2017. The McMahons always win.
Yeah, they are winning, but that's the point is that they're comparing themselves to these people, and they're totally correct. The McMahon authority figure is just putting all these obstacles because fuck them, because they won't. Sammy and Kevin won't fall in line with Shane's vision of SmackDown, so they had to be destroyed, and it's fucked up. And the best part is that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are still coming out on top. You know, like not cheating. They're playing within the rules that Shane's putting in front of them. Like last week, Sami Zayn was barred from ringside. And as Sami Zayn pointed out at the beginning of the show, the top of the ramp is not ringside. So technically, they played within the rules and still came out on top and outsmarted them. Then during the segment, Randy Orton decided to RKO Kevin Owens out of nowhere because he's a fucking pawn for Shane McMahon. Just like he used to be a pawn for Stephanie. That's what Randy Orton is. He's just a vessel that does the bidding of the McMahons. And then Shane came out and said, guess what? Sami Zayn's going to fight Randy Orton tonight. Also, Kevin Owens is going to be ringside, but he's going to be handcuffed to the bottom rope. The best part of this, though, was that Kevin Owens was knocked out from the RKO. And they had a segment backstage later where Sami Zayn had to explain to Kevin Owens the stipulation. Because he was unconscious at the time. And he was very upset.
Yeah, reasonably so.
So he went to go talk to Danny Bryan and try to, get out of this because this is a fucked up stipulation. And he comes back later and tells Sammy that he talked to Bryan, and Bryan said he'd think about it. Which could be a good thing or a bad thing. Guess what? It was not a good thing because he did not think about it. And had to force Kevin Owens to get into the handcuffs or else he would have to be suspended from WWE. So he did, and they had the match. And guess what? Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are still smart. Guess what was under the ring?
I don't know, Owen. What was under the ring?
Do you actually know what it was?
No, I don't.
Bolt cutters.
It's pretty good.
Because fucking why not? He's got bolt cutters. He can break the. He's in the handcuffs. He can get out of them.
Also, I have an important update.
What's up?
The cat just jumped onto my lap.
That's cool. So yeah, Randy Orton stopped them from breaking
What all the internet people see.
the handcuffs. And then what happened was that Kevin Owens got his hands on the bolt cutters, got himself free, and tried to distract Randy Orton. But it backfired. And it resulted in Randy Orton getting the roll-up win.
No!
Also, Shane earlier announced that during the opening segment that Zayn and Owens would fight Randy Orton and an opponent and a partner of his choosing at Clash of Champions. And during this attack on Orton, Nakamura came out and
of course
helped him out. And of course, these two are going to be the partners. And then came the most interesting part of this whole thing was we went backstage at Shane and Bryan watching the monitor. And Shane says this is the most satisfying ending of a SmackDown since they started their run controlling SmackDown. And Bryan looks at him and goes, "So the punishment with them's over, right? You got what you wanted. We could stop. You can stop doing this, right?" And Shane goes, "Oh no, I've just gotten started. Because now the match at Clash of Champions, Shane's going to be the referee. And if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lose, they are fired not just from SmackDown, but from all of WWE."
Why?
Because Shane's a fucking asshole. And Bryan just is left, like, as Shane walks away, Bryan just, like, is staring off at him, like what the fuck is wrong with this guy? So, yeah. The tension's building. Danny Bryan's gonna have to turn on Shane McMahon because Shane's being a fucking McMahon.
And then Daniel Bryan will be the heel.
Or will
Even
Shane be the
though-
heel?
No.
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know who's going to be the face and heel in this, and I'm very interested to see where they go with it. I'm excited because I don't know. They could go one of two ways.
Yeah, they could go one of two ways, but this is WWE, and what is more likely?
Either way is
They go
interesting.
the way. Is it interesting to have Shane be the baby face?
Because then we get a heel Bryan for the first time in forever.
Yeah, but I don't.
Or we
want
get Daniel Bryan
heel.
fighting the Authority again.
Which would be cool. Don't get me wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
But
It's either way is interesting and unique and something new. For SmackDown, because we haven't had the GM, the commissioner competing against each other like you've had on Raw with Mick Foley and Kurt Angle.
yeah, but let me put it to you this way here, Owen.
Mhm.
It doesn't make for compelling television to watch the show of the two people running your show fight about who has the bigger show running dick. Like,
Daniel Bryan's got the biggest shit running dick.
you know, I don't mean to be crazy here. I don't mean to say things that are weird or anything, but the focus of the wrestling show should be the fucking wrestlers, not the people running the
It's
show.
Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. They're the focus.
This
As it
just
should
seems
be.
like a backdoor way to make the focus be Shane and Daniel Bryan.
The focus has always been Shane. Did you not watch Survivor Series? It's always
Yes,
been
and that's a
about
problem.
Shane.
And that's a problem.
I know.
In the same way that Raw always being about Stephanie and just being about making Stephanie look good is a problem.
Yep. Well, either way, this is my show that I cover, and I'm ready for something different. So let's go.
Oh, and let's talk about problems.
SmackDown was good. Thumbs up.
Let's talk about problems. Let's talk about NXT.
Okay.
NXT had problems this week.
Yeah, their backstage interviewing style is weird.
And their just promos that they did were weird.
What was weird about the promo? Oh, you mean the
Well,
opening promo?
That opening promo was something.
Yeah?
Andrade Cien almost tried to talk. It
Alito,
didn't
though.
go very well.
You speak Spanish.
I'm confused because I could have sworn that Andrade could speak English okay.
He could speak English, but not okay. It was never sounded good or convincing.
Okay.
That's why he got a mouthpiece.
I was very surprised because I was very surprised by this promo. It's just this doesn't even seem like he knows what he's saying.
Oh no, it's to me.
It kind of reminded me of just like a fucking of the classic Alberto Pero Little Juanito promos.
No, this sounded like he knew what he was talking about because he's a fluent Spanish speaker. It felt fine to me. It was a little too yelly. Was the problem. He was yelling too much and being too excited. And it just did not, and being in a different language did not help.
I don't want to sound like I'm judging people for their accents or anything like that, but I found this very hard to understand.
Because it was in Spanish.
But a lot of it was in English, was the thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was also him just saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, because he's not good at the English part. But the Spanish part sounded good. Just you just don't speak the language. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, I mean that's fine. Whatever. The Spanish part was fine.
What a heel. Where's Zeb Coulter when you need him?
Right. It's running Mex America. We the people.
We the people. I don't know.
Speaking of promos that weren't very good, Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, can we just talk about the backstage, these backstage things in general? Because this style is weird.
So now they're doing it like they're reporters interviewing them?
Who are these people?
Yeah, who are the reporters covering NXT like that?
Why is that guy using a phone?
He needs to do his tape recording somehow.
It's weird. And then why did some of the reporters have NXT microphones? It's weird.
I did definitely notice that when when the iconic duo somehow managed to find the only NXT microphone in there.
Yeah, it was really weird. But yeah, I liked the Lars Sullivan interview because he's a weird character now. He's not just like a big scary monster. He's like actually like super intelligent and well spoken.
He is. I just don't like the way he speaks. I think his voice sounds like weird.
I think it's good because it's such a contrast to what you would expect. Also, I tried to count how many times he said the word Philadelphia in this segment, and I lost track.
He said it a lot.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going to that. It's my city. Yay, Philadelphia.
Yeah, I don't know. Lars in the mic just isn't grabbing me. Still not grabbing me. He's great. I like him a lot, but he's still not really doing it for me when he speaks.
Yeah. I did like the Ember Moon's one later.
Yeah, the Ember Moon segment was good. I like Ember Moon. She's very good.
She's fine. I like the Iconic Duo much better.
Well, I mean, the Iconic Duo is very good as well.
Ah, you finally admit it. Because you always like try to talk shit about the Iconic Duo, but finally you've admitted they're good.
I've said that they should create a fucking women's tag team belt to give to them. I've been vocal about that.
No, I think they should just split the one women's belt.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay.
Okay, that's what I think. But yeah, they set up a match between Ember Moon and Peyton Royce at the NXT episode. It's gonna be next week on USA Network.
Also good at promos. Undisputed Era.
Yeah, what was this promo about? Why are there so many cameras?
There are a lot of cameras. They played their NWO sounded theme song over the entire thing. As I said in the notes to you, this felt like a fucking NWO promo, except it was in color.
It should have been black and white, and they should have been at a podium.
And maybe not the podium, but like...
And then this message has been paid for by the Undisputed Era.
Yeah. And have like the camera like only getting, half of the frames.
Yeah. I don't know if that was intentional or not. I think WCW just had weird budget issues.
I don't know.
I'm kidding. But yeah. They were hanging from this weird like metal structure. It was cool.
Yeah, from the weird metal structure that they used to always interview people by. They
found it somewhere. And they're like, hey,
it's like, hey, remember when this used to be our intro? Was people standing around this metal thing?
Now it's our own personal jungle gym.
Shock the system, y'all.
I like the Undisputed Era.
Yeah, so did I. It was a really good promo.
Hmm?
I'm excited for that match next week.
Yep.
And that match in 2 weeks where, spoilers, they win the belts. The tag belts from Sanity,
Wow, spoilers, dude.
Oh, whatever. WWE themselves announced it on Facebook.
That's true, they did. Also, I did a bad and I looked ahead at what the results of the Fatal 4-Way is.
As did I, and
Don't say what it is.
I'm not going to say what it is at all. It's just that ending really surprises me.
I'm very excited to see the end result in person.
Yeah, me too. You know what? It is hard to shock me anymore. That is an ending that I would consider shocking.
Right. Indeed.
Let's keep talking about things that weren't very good, though.
What wasn't very good on this episode of NXT?
Let's talk about Ruby Riott versus Sonya Deville.
I like this. What? What was wrong with this match?
I thought it was pretty slow, and I thought that they told a bad story with it. The whole thing was based around Ruby Riott getting her leg fucked up, and that ankle lock in the beginning that lasted for fucking ever. And
okay, yeah, I'll give you that one.
Then her leg didn't even fucking factor in anymore. First of all, she pulled I'm fired up. Whoops, I don't anything. It's fine. I'm gonna do fucking suicide dives and shit.
Yeah, okay. Ruby Riott was the weak part of this, but I like.
And then the match won. Like, it was a cool ending sequence. I like that, like, Sonya Deville waited for her to be tangled up in the ropes or coming in and then fucking hit her with that triangle choke, leg choke.
Well,
I
first she
thought that
kicked
was
her
a
in the
really
head.
cool ending.
The kick in the head first was really good.
Yeah, true. I mean, you know, it was a kick in
Then
the
she was-
shoulder, but
Shh. Here's to the head. Just
but
play it right
again,
along.
the fucking leg had nothing to do with the goddamn match. What was the point of that whole thing?
What's Ruby Riott's finisher? Does it involve her leg?
Yeah, but it's not like they had a sequence where it's like, oh, I'm gonna kick you. Oh no, kick! Or oh, I hurt myself too much. It was literally, I just did a suicide dive and I'm fine. Oops, you kicked me in the face and then you choked me.
Yeah. Zach Attack in the chat for people who like want to tune in live on Wednesday nights. He said that he thinks that the no holds barred match should have had more weapon spots.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that would have made it more interesting. What I would have liked if they went in that direction was if Ruby Riott tried to use the weapons, but Sonya Deville's MMA shit just like got through it and beat her up.
That'd
anyway.
be cool.
Like my martial arts are my weapon. Fuck your kendo sticks.
Hey, come on, man. As we all know from the great Steve Blackman, you can be both good at martial arts and kendo sticks.
You know what? You're right. I apologize to Mr. Blackman.
Come home, Steve Blackman.
Oh man, I can't believe they didn't do that WWE Network show with him,
They
like
really
going
should've.
around and being a cop
They really should have.
or no, he was a bounty hunter. That's right.
They
Being a
really
bounty
should've.
hunter. Shit. Can we use our Patreon money and just get a camera crew to follow him anyway?
Sure.
There we go. I'll set that as a new Patreon goal. Then we'll make our own Steve Blackman show.
So yeah, those are the things that were mediocre. Let's talk about one thing that was.
But John, I do want to point out one thing though about this match. Did you notice that the ring announcer announced that the winner was by triangle choke?
Leg triangle, please.
Well, you know what I mean. That they didn't just say by submission. They actually announced what the move was.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
I thought that was really cool.
Wait, did he fuck up and call a wrestling move? You know, Vince is going to be upset about that if he hears that.
No, I thought that was such a cool touch. Like, it made it more authentic.
I'm not saying otherwise. I liked it a lot. I'm saying, hope Vince McMahon didn't hear that.
He doesn't pay attention to NXT. You know that. Like, have you seen any of the people who graduated from NXT, like, have anything to do with their old gimmicks?
Owen?
Yeah.
Who's the Spade Man?
I don't know. Dave Spade?
You should know. You're the person that has connects.
I saw an outline of the person. I don't know. What if it's Kurt Hawkins? That'd be really funny.
Sure. Okay. Kurt Hawkins is back.
Yeah. Why not?
Who is the Spade Man?
I don't know. I don't.
Tell me, man.
I don't know. Stop yelling at me.
No. Trent Seven and Killian Dane had a match. A qualifier for that fatal four-way that they're going to do to determine the number one contender to Cien Almas at TakeOver Philly.
Excuse me. It's actually TakeOver Philadelphia. Thank you.
I'm saying the short version.
No, you're not allowed.
You can't fucking stop me.
They've not once on NXT TV have they said NXT TakeOver Philly.
I don't care. You're not stopping me.
It's NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. Get it right.
I don't care. I don't care. This match was very good. This match was hossy as shit. They beat the fuck out of each other. I liked it.
Killian Dane is super athletic.
Killian Dane is really athletic. That fucking like ending combo where he hit like the forward slam into the senton and then like barely skipping a beat just went right into that Vader bomb.
Well, I mean, like, did you not see him do a coast to coast at WarGames?
I did.
This guy's crazy, and I love it.
Of course I did. It's just, this was a good reminder of, yeah, man, that wasn't just like him doing a crazy one-off thing. He can do this shit regularly.
Yeah, he should be pushed to the moon. And Chad Seven's also good, but what do they do with the UK division?
Well, apparently the Tyler Bate and the Pete Dunne are going to have a match for the title in a couple weeks.
I bet it won't live up to the Chicago match.
Yeah, I bet it won't.
Yeah. But yeah, this match was great between Seven and Killian Dane.
Speaking of matches that won't live up to the Chicago match,
What?
the main event was fucking awesome.
Wait, I don't get that transition.
I just want to talk about the main event and how it was really fucking good.
Okay, that transition made no sense.
It made perfect sense. It was better than the Pete Dunne Tyler Bate match in Chicago.
Also, I need to quickly point out that the Zach attack in the chat just upset me.
What'd he say?
Actually, take over Philly cheesesteak. No, it's WrestleMania cheesesteak. Please get it right.
I think it's Takeover Philly cheesesteak. I think he's right.
No, it's gonna be WrestleMania cheesesteak because they don't have numbers anymore.
Cassius Ohno and Johnny Gargano had a match and fuck.
Hey, John. I think that this main event is gonna make a late entry into our match of the year candidates.
Goddamn right it is.
I'm shocked to say that Cassius Ohno is gonna be in a match of the year contender. I was wrong about this guy. He's really good.
I told you. I've been telling you for years.
John, no, you've been telling me this year. He's been gone for a while.
He was still really good.
I'm gonna admit it now. Cassius Ohno, he's pretty good.
Cassius Ohno's fucking great. And Johnny Gargano is possibly the best wrestler in the world. I know that there's a certain Omega Man that would disagree with that.
Omega Man. Man,
but
shit. Now I just want to see a Mega Man game with Kenny Omega fighting other wrestlers and stealing their powers.
Sure.
The Mega Man. Then he beats the Rainmaker and he's Rain Man.
No one makes me believe like Johnny Gargano makes me.
Yeah.
He is, in every single way, he is the new Daniel Bryan.
He's the king of near falls.
He makes me feel so many things.
Does he make you feel rock hard?
Yes.
Good.
I'm man enough to admit it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he does.
All right. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, this match was great.
Those dead silence.
Yeah, I was trying to think about where we were going from there, and I just.
That's it for heel turn, everybody.
No, we gotta keep talking about this match.
I don't know what else there is to say. Watch
with that forearm across the ring. He fucking.
That was really good.
Killed him in slow motion. That looked great.
Everything. That fucking cyclone kick looked really good.
Man, he got kicked in the face so hard.
That's the springboard spear.
Man,
that springboard spear usually looks really good, but that springboard spear especially.
But what about
you know, as we've said many times before, Cassius Ohno is a big dude. It's going to be hard for someone like Johnny Gargano, small as he is, to really look like he can convincingly hit him in many ways. That springboard spear looked like he legitimately fucking killed him.
You know what really looked like he killed him was Johnny Gargano doing that suicide dive into a spinning DDT onto the fucking ramp.
Oh, it was so cool!
He spiked the shit out of him into that ramp.
He did!
Because you could see him, like, he was, like, not selling. He was legitimately like, ow, my fucking head. Why? Why did you spike me into that steel? This is great. This match is incredible. If you want to see some strong style level shit, you should watch this match. It'll be on our match of the year list, most likely.
God damn.
Man, it was so good. Yeah, if you see anything on this week's NXT, make sure you watch the main event. It is well worth your time. Just believe in Johnny Wrestling. See, now you're not even mad that Velveteen Dream got pulled out of the match. Who's apparently injured.
Get Johnny Wrestling.
I have no idea if Velveteen Dream's actually injured or not.
I don't know.
Maybe they just... I have no explanation for why they would have announced him and then pull him out. Hopefully he'll be okay for a takeover. He's got about 2 months to recover. It'll be fine. But yeah, this NXT was... I'm going to say that NXT was good just for the main event alone. And then next week on USA, we get Aleister Black and Adam Cole, which, if they give them actual time, should be really, really good. Yeah. You got anything, John?
Good show.
Good show? Yeah. All right. Well,
I have the most important news.
What's up?
They cast the wrong person as Detective Pikachu.
It's not Danny DeVito?
It's not Danny DeVito.
Is it you?
It's not me.
Do
you actually not know who it is?
No, give me a hint. Don't make it too obvious. Give me 2 hints.
Comic book actor man.
Comic book actor man. Marvel or DC?
Here's your second hint. Both.
Is it fucking Ben Affleck?
No.
Oh, who's the other guys in both? Is it J.K. Simmons?
No.
That would be amazing, though, wouldn't it?
That actually would be really good if it was J.K. Simmons.
All right, who is it?
It's Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, right?
I want J.K. Simmons now.
Fuck that. I just want goddamn fucking Danny DeVito. That's all I've ever wanted.
They should cast him in the movie anyway, just to mess with people. Man, that's a bummer. Why do you have to end the show on a bummer?
Because wrestling is a bummer.
No, wrestling
so is Heel Turn, the wrestling podcast produced by ProWrestling.Cool.
It's not just cool. It's not cool and not in any way depressing.
Go to the website. It's a good website. We got things on the website that are fun.
See now you've upset the guy in the chat. Now he's also upset about the Ryan Reynolds stuff. Way to go, John.
Because why would they do that?
Bad. I'm not happy.
Why would they do that?
But yeah, people should go to ProWrestling.Cool, and also they should check out our Patreon at patreon.com/PWC, where if you just donate $1 a month, $1 a month, you get the show notes for all our episodes of Heel Turn. And then there's other tiers for even better things to help us create dumb shit. John's currently writing something for the highest tier person because we made mistakes.
I regret everything.
When do you think that'll be up?
Sometime next week.
Okay, great. I will make sure the site is ready to handle this bullshit.
And that, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/PWC or on Twitter at The Heel Turn. And of course, we stream this sucker live every Wednesday starting at 9 p.m. Eastern over at twitch.tv/Ozone Online. And apparently on YouTube?
Just search ProWrestling.Cool on YouTube. I'm waiting for them to give us a standard URL that we can use, but until then, just search it. You'll find it.
And also, you can find me on Twitter and other places on the internet, and I'm John GM.
I'm on Twitter at @the_Ozone. I'm popular because Kevin Owens follows me. The best part is I don't follow him.
All right then.
I'm an asshole. But yeah, that's it. That's it for Heel Turn. We will be back next week, and let me check the calendar real fast on this to make sure that I am correct in my assumption. I think I am. Hold on, here's my calendar. I'm pulling it up. Yes, next week we will have our Clash of Champions predictions.
All right, then.
And also, we may record a bonus podcast for our Patreon subscribers. Won't we, John?
Sure.
All right, so yeah, make sure you check out for that. And we'll be back next week with another episode of Heel Turn. And until then...
Y'all combatant, you here?